Welcome back to
A table.
Today we're gonna go through some of the games that we used to play when she was very little. A lot of these are very simple games. The first one we want to do is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's a DVD game. I know. We found this at a big box store, TJ Maxx, or one of these department type stores, real cheap. There's 2 or 3 more that we're gonna highlight that you find at some of these stores. They're very inexpensive, however, they're pretty cute. So you have the main characters you're familiar with. You have this guy. And, here, use that. Basically, it's a roll and move game again. The DVD that comes with the game will basically tell you how Bumbly moves. You're trying to basically collect a certain amount of these tokens, these misfit toys, before Bumbly gets them. And he's got to count down here. He's got to collect 6 of them. Again, roll and move game. Very nice thematic game. That's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, based on that awesome movie. Go to the next one. Hi. This is another game we're going to highlight. It's Race to the
North Pole.
Race to the North Pole. This game is hard to find. However, it is extremely cheap. A lot of places are closing them up. You can find it. I think I paid $6 for it, less than 10. It is a real cool looking game. The board moves depending on cards that'll come out. Cards will dictate weather. Weather will tell you if it moves clockwise or counterclockwise. And then you also have double-sided cards. The other side of the card will be your movement. You'll basically start on one of your sides of the North Pole, and you're working your way to the North Pole. It is a Christmas themed game. We like to think that you're trying to get to Santa's house. You have a player map here. Just basically shows you what character you are here, where the penguins and you are Santa. And it has 3 areas here where you have special powers that you can use once throughout the game. It comes with cool little meeples. And you'll basically just move throughout this. If you can see in here, there's little plastic things that go over this, where your meeple will go over the plastic, and at any time as the board shifts, it will affect where you're at. For example, in this area here, this side and this side is blocked, but if the weather changes and you're on this spot, now this side and this side is blocked. So it'll kind of change how you're able to move throughout the game. Those are the plastic pieces that go over there. It's supposed to be ice. It's kind of cool. That is the cool feature here, the ice on it, the way it flips. You do have an action selection where you have your cards here, and you'll just go ahead and select which card you want. So it teaches the little kids strategy, choices, which a lot of these super basic games don't give you much choices. Roll and move, and that's it. This one gives you a choice. And then, of course, you make decisions based on how the weather is. Again, that is Race to the North Pole. Did you like this one?
It's not really for like 3-year-olds because it's a little harder, but you can play with like 5+, even though it's a 7+.
Yeah, she's been playing games since she's about 2 years old. But again, this is a game that you can easily play, like she said, with 5-year-olds. And it might overstay its welcome. It might last too long, so just go ahead and you can cut it off whenever you want. Again, that was
Race to the North Pole.
We'll go to the next one.
The next one is a Charlie Brown Christmas Journey. This one's really easy. Everybody starts at the start. You get the die. You roll it. That's how many you move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you land on this, it does nothing. When you land on this one, you draw a card.
If you land on the Charlie Brown tokens, that lets you grab a card, and the cards have special powers that you'll keep with you secretly, so you can use them accordingly. Like this one will say, move forward to the North Pole. Snoopy takes you for a skate, so you can move 1 space here.
It shows you what to do, and then it gives you a story from like the movie, kind of.
Yeah, move backwards 1 space.
And it explains why.
It does? Oh yeah, it has a little thing on the bottom. It's very thematic. Again, you play the 4 characters, a 4-player game. We play this a lot, even to this date. It's very basic. It's a department store game. Again, they're kind of hard to find, but if you see it out there in TJ Maxx, I forget what these stores are. They have them out there, real cheap during the holidays. I see them all the time. So again, it's a roll and move. When she gets older, or as she is older now, what we do is we gamify it. So we go ahead and each of us picks 2 characters. So we have a team. This is only 2 players. We only play 2 players at this house lately.
It seems like a short game, but it's not. Because people keep playing on these swap things. Let's say someone if you're here and someone over here, you swap again.
You can swap spots, so you can kind of start messing around. It does have that take that element, which is some kids might not like, but it starts teaching kids to it's just fun. It's just part of the game, which is something I had luck with her because she never got angry at the whole take that attitude. She was very you don't have a problem. Take that.
It's funny.
It's funny. Again, we do the 2 characters, so what we'll do is you roll and move, and then the way we'll do it is you'll get to decide which character you want to move out of your 2. So you can kind of strategize and say, well, I don't want to move that one because it'll land on a bad spot. I'll move the other one.
This
So you,
isn't how the game plays. This is how we play it.
yeah, that's how we play it. Again, that was
Charlie Brown Christmas.
A Christmas Journey. Again, this one is one of the ones I recommend everybody have it when you have little kids, 2, 3, 4-year-olds.
You can even play with adults. It's so fun.
Yep, we play with the grandma too, the grandparents. Again, that was that game. We'll move on to the next one. And we're back with another one of the ones that we like quite a bit, right next to the Charlie Brown one.
Naughty or Nice, the Elf on the Shelf board game.
This one, again, is one of those games you find at the department store, real cheap.
I think we got this at Bass Pro.
At the Bass Pro Shop, that's right, you can find it there.
Because they have all the
They have all the Elf on the Shelf stuff.
Part of that franchise.
So you buy the movie and all that. It's a real nice thing to do at night with the little kids. You can play the game, watch the movie, do the activities.
And it doesn't get boring. You can sit through the whole game and it's fun.
Yeah. So she's gonna go ahead and explain real quick how this works.
Okay, so you're gonna spin your thing.
Spin and move.
So I spun it too, so I'll be yellow. I'm gonna go 1, 2. At the beginning of the round, what's gonna happen is you're gonna flip the top elf card. The elf on the shelf, he's gonna move to
this location.
So he moved to a Christmas tree. One of these cards in here
It's a wild.
is a wild card, so you get to choose where you want to move him. And then, so you gotta try to race to get to him until the round ends.
Well, you race to him until you catch him.
Yeah.
You don't
So
need to be in a second.
Once someone catches him, then the elf goes back to the North Pole. You flip another one.
Well, you get one of these point cards. This is your secret points.
You don't show it, and you can't look at it.
Yeah, so they're just secret points. And then you flip the next card, and the elf goes to that next location.
Oh, no, here.
It goes there. So you pretty much just keep racing
around.
around. It does have that little bit of memory element. Well, you can leave the cards out like this, so you know which what locations he went to, or you can keep them secret, so you can kind of teach the younger kids to kind of determine, okay, he went there. These are the other locations left, so it helps them a little bit with that.
And what you can also do is what we do sometimes. Let's say someone's already close to the Christmas tree where he is.
Yep.
The other person can start narrowing down. So he already went there and there, so maybe he would go here.
She's already figured how to
He
strategize.
can go like over here and make sure maybe he can catch it.
So
right
basically, she already knew that she's not gonna catch him there. He already went somewhere else, so she's just kind of gambling of maybe he's popping somewhere else that I might know, and I get the head start. So that helps kids kind of strategize too on figuring out what's left behind and how you can get there faster. Again, that was Naughty or Nice,
Elf on the Shelf.
a game. Another one I recommend. It's very inexpensive. Just everybody should have it in their house with the little ones. We're moving on to the next one.
Now we're going to show you Roll for Your Life, Candyman.
This is basically a rolling game, a frantically rolling game. You have 4 dice. Every dice has a face corresponding to a body part. So it's going to be 2 shoes, 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 arms, and 2 wilds. You basically roll. You're trying to roll.
Oh, I got it first try.
Oh, you got it first try. What we mean is you're trying to get all the dice faces to be the same. So if all of them are arms at one point, then you go ahead real quick and take that player's arm. And then you keep rolling and they keep doing the same thing
If
frantically.
you got it first try like I did, you get to take out any body part you want.
Correct. There's some special rules with wild. Also these.
These, if you roll the wild, all 4 wilds, you can take one of the special treats. You flip anyone that you want over. And this one, for example, I got Jawbreaker, so I get to take someone's head, so I'll take your head.
Yeah. So this is another little,
And it's out of the game.
and then it's out of the game. That's the game. It also has some extra stuff on it.
There's Eat Your Words. Well, you can make someone eat their words.
Yeah.
Like it says.
It has the little sayings you can put in there. It's pretty cute.
There's these little dagger things. We don't know what they do.
They're
I think
weapons.
you can throw it. No, they're weapons.
So I believe these are weapons. Again, it's in the rules. It's a very basic game. This is guess it's a first player marker, not that it matters.
No. What happens if, let's say we both got a tie and we both rolled it at the same turn?
Oh,
Whoever
yeah.
grabs it first.
Whoever grabs it first. That's
It's not very convenient.
right. So you leave it there. With basically you're rolling dice. Boom! I got your arm, and you keep rolling. She got my arm, and then whoever is done at the end.
You count up the body part.
You count up the body part, then that's the winner. And you just keep doing it again. It is Christmas theme. It does have the gingerbread man. You can find this online, or a lot of local game shops still carry this. This one is very inexpensive.
It's evil gingerbread man fighting.
Evil gingerbread man fighting. Oh.
That.
Well, we'll move on to the next one.
Okay, here we are with Ticket to Ride Nordic Countries. It's self-explanatory. It's Ticket to Ride, but with a Christmas theme to it. You're going through all the Nordic countries of the world. There's just a little difference to it. There's tunnels, and then for these with the trains on it, you have to use wilds for that.
So again, it's basically it's a 2-3 player map. We play a lot of 2 players here lately. We all know why. And again, Ticket to Ride plays great with the grandparents, which we also play it. The only tricky thing here is these Norwegian weird names that is hard to find areas.
You just don't pronounce them.
Well, we try to pronounce.
We try to.
So again, it's a 2-3 player map. It works great as a 2 player map. Again, got the Christmas theme. I wish they would have done some kind of Santa Claus little area. I know there's people out there that have made it up. Again, real quick, Ticket to Ride Nordic Countries, a great game to be playing this time of the year.
You don't use this with normal Ticket to Ride. It's a standalone.
Yeah, this is a standalone game. You don't need. Well, actually,
it comes with trains, and then it has bigger cards, which I really enjoy.
Yeah, it is a standalone game. Forgot about that. And it does come with the bigger cards. She's right. We're back. This time, we're doing Santa's Bag. Again, pretty rare game, but I think you can still find it out there.
Maybe on Amazon.
At an Amazon or one of the online shops. This game we've played a lot. It's basically set collection, where you're trying to collect certain parts, and to build toys. For example, I know you can't see it.
Paint, fabric, wood, widget. That's just to name a few.
For example, to build the sled, you need metal and wood. So once you have metal and wood in your hand, you discard it and you collect the sled.
And then you get Emily, who wants the sled.
You get the kids. So you have combinations there. You got the kids and you got the toys. So in this case, Emily wants a sled. So once you make the sled, you collect both cards, and these are basically points at the end of the game.
The number is how many points you get, and it also represents how good or bad they are.
Yeah, the 3 levels are happy kids. The 1 point kids are the naughty kids.
The 2 is in the middle.
The 2 is in the middle. Again, you just have the ingredients or the parts. There's always like a wild here. It's Stardust. Basically, on your turn, you're gonna start with 4. You can trade blindly here.
Stardust is awesome. It's gold.
Yep. You can trade with other players. You can say, "I'll trade fluff for metal," and if other players want to trade with you, you'll go ahead and swap that for that if they want to. And if not, then you can. The second part of your turn, you can make a toy if you have the ingredients. And at the end of the turn, what you'll do is your step 3, which you add another ingredient to your hand. And you just keep repeating. So again, you're just trading, making a toy, and getting another part.
There is a long game and a short game. The short game I believe it's 15 presents. Oh,
it's 10.
The short game you make 10 presents. Once you make 10 presents, you count up.
Yeah, once you collect 10 of these, then or 10 combinations.
The long game is 20 presents. 20, it's not that long, so 10 would be like a 5-minute game.
Yeah, we always played at 20. As kids get older, you can still play with them. What we started doing is house ruling, like a lot of these super kid games, where we would do a market, where we would have 3 cards as a market.
So instead of having to trade with that.
Instead of having to trade blind, you can kind of knit and pick, and then you'll swap it out.
Yeah, because if there's like a Stardust over here, and you really need that Stardust,
you'll swap that.
You swap it.
If there's ever 3 of the same, like most games, we'll just go ahead and flush it all out and do another market. So we basically add the market element. Again, it's a great game. I can't stress enough how many times we've played this. It's super simple, easy to get those 3, 4, 5-year-old kids into games.
It's one of these games where it doesn't matter what time of year it is, you just play it all year round. That's how fun it is.
Yeah, we usually we like to do theme nights here, Halloween, Christmas. Again, that was Santa's Bag. I know she really likes this game.
Really good game.
Yeah, we'll probably play it again tonight with the grandparents. And we'll move on to, I believe, our last one. And probably our favorite one so far.
Of this year.
Of this year.
So far. Okay, here we are with our final game. This is Santa's bag. It comes in the literal bag.
It's a love letter with a Santa Claus theme.
Yeah. It's very hard to find. Because I believe it's out of print.
It's out of print from what I've been told. You can still find it. I found it at our nice local game shop. We know the owner very well, and he's happened to be stuck with it, and we picked it up. But you can still find it out there.
It's a really good game to have. It's just a good time filler, and we played it multiple times over the course of like 2 weeks.
This game works great with any age, non-gamers.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your range.
Right now, my grandma, she's in her 7. Her grandmother, my mother in her 7, and this is one of the games we can't put down.
It gets very intense sometimes.
Again, it plays like love letter, so go ahead and run it through real quick.
Okay, so everybody has a card. In this case, I have Krampus. On your turn, you're gonna get a card, play a card. That simple. So this is my hand. I'm gonna play this card, and then with the Krampus, it has this reference card, tells you what it does. So I'm just gonna.
So all the players know too.
And it also says what it does on the card. So
it helps with the non-gamers. It kind of helps them because I deal with a lot of non-gamers. It shows them exactly what each card does, the breakdown if they want to sit there and analyze it. And then in that case, you have Krampus, which does.
You get to guess what someone else's card is. So sometimes you can narrow it down. Like, okay, so let's say we're like in the middle of the game. All the snowmen are out and all the toys are out. So you're like, okay, if those two are gone, he could either have the gingerbread man, the reindeer, or an elf. Or Santa Claus or Mrs. Claus, which is very unlikely.
What do I have?
You can't name a Krampus.
What do I have?
You have a snowman.
I don't have a snowman.
What do you have?
I'm not telling you. So then I go ahead. So you leave them out so you can keep track. And then I go ahead again like every love letter. You grab a card, you play a card. The gingerbread man, you compare cards. The lowest card is out of the round. Let me see yours. Let me see yours. Let me see yours. She's got the 1. I got the 5.
When you get out of the round and you kind of narrow it down to see like what people have, and then you're like, oh, I know what he has. You guess this.
Yeah.
I think sometimes that's how it gets. You shouldn't do that.
So in that case, I won. It comes with this little wooden block. These are the Christmas presents.
First one to 5 presents.
Yeah, the 2-player game. First one to 5. So you grab one.
If they're just red little
They're
blocks,
real.
they're not that good.
Well, they serve its purpose.
Yeah.
And
We sleeve them. They don't come sleeved.
Yeah, you want to sleeve all these hidden,
Because
hidden type
it's like one of these
information games.
Games where if there's a mark on the card, you kind of know. Okay, that's Santa Claus. I know what he has.
You all know you have to sleeve these type of games. And once that round's done, you get back in here, you shuffle this deck, and you do it again. You can do this.
Keep going in over and over again. So how many you want?
You can play 3-4 games in a night like we do. Then we switch over to other type of games.
It's a 2 to 4 player game. So.
Correct. That was Letters to Santa. It's again, it works great with my parents, her grandparents, non-gamers,
I
her.
really like the bag. It's a good touch.
And that was it. Those are all the games that we're going to highlight. Again, we just kind of shot them out real quick. I'm not one to get into too much in depth because there's too many videos already out there. If there's any more games out there that you guys recommend with a Christmas theme, please list them.
Let us know. We'll do a review on it if we have it.
I'll go look for it. Believe me, I do go out on my way to look for them. And this video is going to go up on YouTube. I'm also going to try to post it on Rumble. I'm trying to switch over to Rumble. And any recommendations, I'm also put down. I have a Facebook group where a lot of people put recommendations. I'll go ahead and put that down below. So we can get all these, I like to share recommendations and games to show people that they're out there. A lot of people don't know that a lot of these games are out there. And
I'm trying to think of another one.
Trying to think
if there's any other good one. I think we...
Yeah, we ran through pretty much all our Christmas type themed games. So that was it. Get back on screen here so we can say our goodbyes or see you laters. We'll probably do another list later on.
Maybe on just new arrivals.
Newer games or stocking stuffers. I'm working on a little thing.
This is a good stocking.
Oh yeah. Well, you want this one before that. So again, thanks and see you next time. Bye.